This is a Ramana Maharshi clip, a talk by Ramana Maharshi with comments by Richard Clarke. This is a time to listen, reflect, and deeply meditate. I'm Richard. Welcome. I'm reviewing and commenting on the book Talks with Sri Ramana Maharshi. Today is from Talk 58 about the Bhagavad Gita and action. Maharshi, what does the Gita say? Arjuna refused to fight. Krishna said, so long as you refuse to fight, you have the sense of doership. Who are you to refrain or to act? Give up the notion of doership. Until that sense disappears, you are bound to act. You're being manipulated by a higher power. You are admitting it by your own refusal to submit to it. Instead, recognize the power and submit as a tool. Or, to put it differently, if you refuse, you will be forcibly drawn into it. Instead of being an unwilling worker, be a willing one. Rather, be fixed in the self and act according to nature without the thought of doership. Then the results of action will not affect you. That is manliness and heroism. 67 Talks with Sri Ramana Maharshi. Thus, inherent in the self is the sum and substance of Gita teaching. Finally, the Master himself added, if a man be established in the self, these doubts would not arise. They arise only until he is established there. In this dialogue, Ramana Maharshi elaborates on the essence of the Bhagavad Gita and self-realization. Ramana's explanation reflects the core principle of Advaita Vedanta. Ramana begins by referencing the Bhagavad Gita. He mentions that Arjuna, the warrior, is hesitant to participate in the battle. Lord Krishna, his charioteer and the embodiment of the divine, advises him on the nature of action. Krishna's teaching to Arjuna is about the renunciation of the sense of doership. He tells Arjuna that as long as he clings to the idea of being the doer of his actions, then he remains bound by the cycle of birth and death. Instead, Krishna encourages Arjuna to recognize that he's merely an instrument of a higher power, the divine will, which governs the universe. Ramana says that when you refuse to act in this world, it's an implicit acknowledgement of the higher power. You are still bound by your ego, thinking you can decide not to act. Instead, you should willingly submit to the divine power, acting without attachment to the fruits of your action. The central message is to be fixed in the self. When you are firmly established in your true nature, the self, there is no place for doubts and dilemmas. The sense of doership dissolves and actions flow naturally, in sync with the universe. In self-realization, action does not bind you, since you are detached from the outcome. This is the essence of inherence in the self, the core teaching of the Bhagavad Gita. It's about recognizing your true nature as pure consciousness and living in harmony. Ramana concludes by stating that doubts and conflicts arise only until you're firmly established in the self. The self-realized act in perfect alignment with the cosmic order, transcending the dualities of success and failure, joy and sorrow. This dialogue expresses the timeless wisdom of the Bhagavad Gita and Advaita Vedanta, highlighting the path to liberation through self-realization and surrender. So inquire, know yourself, and be always free and at peace. These videos help bring Ramana Maharshi's teachings into your direct experience. Subscribe now